Who is the best acting teacher in the world right now? Who is it? Who do you study with? Where to go? Who's the best one? Life is the best acting teacher around. Why do I say that? Every single one of my students, I say the same thing. Yes, the Sanford Meisner technique is the one that has impacted me the most, and it's the one from which I teach the most things. But I'm not Sanford Meisner because he is deceased. So I'm not the Meisner guy, even though what Meisner did for me has been immensely helpful. However, the reason why I gravitate towards Sanford Meisner over other teachers is because his acting principles were the most simplified and the most true to life. Sanford Meisner looked at life and he said, what's already true about life and how do we build an acting program around that? That's why his technique to me is the best one to study. But he was the one that said technique is a means to an end. If something didn't work, he was a proponent of dropping it. Something he didn't teach wasn't resonating with you, get rid of it. But ultimately, he knew that acting was most effective when the approach was developed by the individual actor themselves, that they will have as unique an approach to acting as their own fingerprint is, to themselves, to their identity, to their humanity. Ask yourself what is true about life, and does that line up with what I'm learning about acting or what I'm seeing about acting when I watch great performances? Every time you hear any acting advice, ask yourself, is it true in life? I tell all my students, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. When I tell you something as simple as the foundation of truthful acting is the reality of doing, look at life. Are you in the midst of doing activities with reality? Are you in the midst of action? Are you doing things for a reason? And when you do them fake or do you do them with reality? What does reality mean? I know I either passed or I failed in getting this activity done. Is that how life works? When you go to the grocery store, do you get all the things on the list or you just start grabbing random stuff? You get the things on the list. How do you know you got it? Because you have it and you didn't before. How do you know you got to destination B from A? You drove there and you're there now, or you're not. Your instinct should drive your acting. What is instinct? Intuition, instinct, impulse, innate. What does it mean? It means the most true thing about you. We try to put a word to it, but it's not going to encapsulate you, but the word is instinct. Or if you dive into what instinct and intuition all means, the definition is without conscious thought. So the thing that has you move impulsively is the thing that we need you to utilize in your acting. That's where the most truthful, moment-to-moment, unconscious acting comes from. It comes from the instinct. When I teach students, the first thing we go through is proper repetition. Invented by Sanford Meisner. Check out my video pinned at the top of this page for more information on that, or read his book about repetition, Sanford Meisner on Acting by Sanford Meisner and Dennis Longwell. It's really helpful because the foundation of acting is the reality of doing. You listen and you repeat with reality in that. Very simple exercise, but this is the most important part of that exercise about instincts. Don't do something until something happens to make you do it. When you're traveling to a certain destination, you don't take the exit until it comes up. How do you know that the exit came up? Instinct. You know that it's there because you're using your brain, you're using your senses. There's 36, 37, there's 38. I'm going to take 38. I'm going to make sure no one's in my right lane. I'm going to click the blinker. I'm going to look in my rearview mirror. I'm going to make sure I don't go too fast, too slow. I'm going to get off here. Okay, I'm going to decelerate my speed. Okay, now we're going to get to, then what's the next turn? Turn right on Willow. Okay, I'm going to turn right on Willow, then left on, okay, left. You're doing it instinctively. You're driving instinctively. You're living instinctively. Your acting should be done instinctively. Let your instincts, let life inform whether or not the quality of your acting training is worth the time and money. And if those things don't line up with your acting training, typically it's not going to lead to a truthful technique. The best acting teacher is life itself. Study life because acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. If you want to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances, you have to live truthfully under real circumstances. And to do that, you have to know something about life. Study life. You will learn more about acting than anyone can teach you. Any acting questions you have, I'm always here to answer and help. I'm here for you. I hope this video helped. And I would really appreciate it if you followed for more acting tips like this one.